Hello, everybody. My name is Jeff Bishop, the Chief Product Officer for ConnectWise. I want to welcome you to the Day 2 Keynote, the ConnectWise Platform Update. I hope everyone attended the Day 1 Keynote hosted by Jason McKee and Craig Fulton, where they covered the ConnectWise strategy, growing your business, and cybersecurity. A quick reminder, all recordings are available on the virtual platform for the event or on YouTube. We have an exciting keynote lined up for you today. Joining me will be Brett Cheloff, who'll be walking through the unified platform, talking about innovation, scalability, and security, and centralized services. Carl Resnick, who'll be going through the updates for Automate, Command, talking to you a little bit about IntelliMon and our expert services. And April Taylor, who'll be going through all the new features and functions being released with IT Boost, Sell, and Manage. But before we jump into the product releases, last November we announced the coming together of three great companies: ConnectWise, Continuum, and IT Boost. Since that time, the teams have been working diligently to provide our partners with the best-in-class products and services available, creating meaningful integrations, taking advantage of the combined experience that the collective team has to offer. Let's take a look at what that team looks like today. We're located across 10 locations throughout the U.S., Europe, and into India. The team is comprised of over 600 team members, 400 software developers, 80 quality engineers, 120 product team members, that's PMO, product managers, UX, and design. We're working together to collaborate on centralizing our technologies and our CI/CD process. Now that we are one team, we're working on coming together and focusing on three main areas: quality, security, and transparency. Just a few of the things that we've put together as a team thus far. We've gone through a realignment. We've separated out product management and engineering into two buckets. Product management, PMO, and UX coming up under the CPO role, that's with me. And then engineering and quality going up under engineering with our new CTO, Steve Cochran. We also made a conscious decision to realign InfoSec over with engineering so we can make sure that those teams are aligned on every release that we put out the door. We've also gone through a release review process. We've got about a dozen stakeholders throughout the company that are reviewing every single release that we put out the door, focusing on experience, security, and making sure that we've got those meaningful integrations across the platform. We also implemented a bug bounty. We started this process back early in the year and then got hit with COVID, so it kind of slowed things down a little bit. But we now have officially got this launched, and it'll be going out the door in July. And then a trust site. We wanted to create a central location where all of our partners can come ask us questions and access all the information that we are aware of with any issues within our platform. We recently just put out our very first security bulletin in June around the Automate product line. Okay, so now let's jump into the new security features and functionality. Tomorrow in the Day 3 keynote, you will learn a ton about cybersecurity and delivering those services. But one of the hardest challenges about cybersecurity is educating prospects on the value it provides. That is where our updated Fortify for Assessment product steps in, complete with dark web scans, 365 insights, our new agentless scanner technology, and a simple-to-understand report that can be delivered to the partner post-assessment. In addition to the assessment, we have also updated our Recover product line with new SaaS backup offerings. G Suite, Microsoft 365, Dynamics CRM, and Salesforce are some of the new SaaS offerings we provide. And as always, we provide choice. Acronis, StorageCraft, Axiom, Veeam, and Storage Guardian are some of the companies we partner with in the backup space today. And to build upon the SaaS security story, we are also announcing Fortify for SaaS Security, where we provide stock support for the Microsoft Cloud with simple visualizations powered by Perch. And that's available in July. And now I'd like to hand this over to Brett Cheloff to talk to you about the unified platform.
Thanks, Jeff. Super excited to be here today to talk to all of you about our unified platform. I'm Brett Cheloff. I'm the VP for Automate here at ConnectWise, and I've been around for a little while, 16 years now. Started as an automation engineer at Nemsys in Toledo, Ohio, and built all the way up through the lifespan of ConnectWise Automate. With that, though, I want to give a little bit of history of the lessons we've learned from a software development lifecycle here at ConnectWise. And there's a great analogy out there around Italian food. Back when we started ConnectWise Manage, ConnectWise Automate, virtually all of our products in the late 90s, early 2000s, code was very much in its infancy state in the sense of how we organized it. And it's referred to as spaghetti-oriented architecture, right? Spaghetti, everything is touching everything. It's very hard to get just one noodle. You normally get a whole fork of noodles when you're trying to eat it, right? And in our case, and in other software's case that are like this, it's very hard to maintain, very expensive, time-consuming, high risk of messing something else up when you make a change. And then as software progressed, there was this more service-oriented approach, or what we would refer to as lasagna. You have layers of lasagna, right? But again, each layer kind of depends on the next layer. You can't just eat one layer, let's say in the middle, without potentially affecting other ones. So each service is reliant on the other. And as software has matured over time, today, I would like to refer that as ravioli, right? You have one piece of ravioli on the plate that you can eat without affecting any other ravioli on that plate. And that's where we need to build our unified platform towards. We started with ConnectWise Manage, and ConnectWise went out on a mission to look for the best of breed products in the space to help start creating this new platform. They went with things to help you with service delivery, your sales, your remote control, security, documentation. And now with the Continuum acquisition, it really brings to the table services and to allow you to expand and grow as necessary when it comes to needing help on the services side, as well as products like BrightGauge, the best of breed reporting tool in this space. The problem with this is most of these products are in different stages of their life cycle from a platform perspective and how they were created. So whether some are spaghetti, some are lasagna, some are ravioli, the goal is to bring this all together in a unified platform that allows for cross-product coordination. This goal for us will help you and your business for decades to come to be able to work with these products as long as possible. That way, as we grow, you'll grow. As new services needed come into this space, you'll be able to leverage them. We will be able to do very cool things where products will be able to talk to each other very seamlessly. For instance, security products being able to talk to backup products. Let's say, for instance, you are backing up a server and that server was ransomware. Should you be backing up that server? Not necessarily. Maybe it should stop backing up. We will be able to do very cool, innovative things as we build this new unified platform that is very exciting to us, and the countless workflow opportunities across these products are immense. And there's tons of benefits as we move towards this. Number one, obviously scalability. We see all of you getting so much larger. Acquisitions in the MSP space are extremely common. We want to take scalability just completely off the table. We don't even want it to be something you have to ask. It's just going to scale with your business, period, plain and simple. Whether you have 1,000 users and manage, or you have 200,000 agents, we don't care. We're going to build the platform that will service you. Second is innovation, and this is key in two factors. Innovation number one is making sure that we as a product suite can adapt and create new things as quickly and effectively as possible and deliver them to you very quickly so that your services can dynamically change for your clients as fast as possible. This also means things like being able to limit down the actual release of how much content is in that release and deliver smaller chunks quicker to you. So we're not making such an impact on your business with large release cycles and large feature enhancements all at once. You can take it one chunk at a time. It also helps us from the standpoint of being able to innovate with other products coming into this space and making sure that the platform can leverage those products quickly, effectively to deliver new technologies that come into this space right away. And then lastly is security. We're all under attack, whether you're a vendor, whether you're a MSP, whether it's your clients. There are bad actors out there trying to get into our systems, trying to steal data, trying to manipulate machines. And the key here is to make sure that when there is a security issue within the platform, we can address it 100% of the way through our entire partner base to make sure that you are all covered immediately, as soon as possible. That way, nobody is vulnerable when we can find these items and address them ASAP. This unified platform helps with that cause. And our philosophy of building towards this new unified platform is very key. These are elements that we need to make sure we adhere to. Things like building upon. So we need to make sure that there are customizable abilities like adding your own monitors, adding your own service types, adding your own service boards, making customizations all the way through the platform so that those customizations can help with your services that you provide in innovative ways. Secondly is a community. Because you're building, we want to make sure that that stuff is shareable. And having shareable content out there helps everyone as a group think of solving the same business problems that we all have today. And those communities are very vibrant today out there, building upon the platform as it is today and sharing that content. And we will make sure that as we move towards this new unified platform, these continue. Open ecosystem. This is incredibly important for us to make sure that any new technology that comes into this space can and will work with this platform so that you can deliver those new services. Whether it's a new backup type, whether it's new antivirus, it doesn't matter. We will make sure that that technology can be used from a centralized area where you all will be able to work effectively. And then, of course, choice. We will always go with choice here at ConnectWise, meaning we're not just going to focus you on one backup. We're not going to focus you on one antivirus. We want you to pick the technology that is right for you and your services, and it will work within this platform. And because we have this new unified platform, we can do really cool, innovative things, whether it's software or services or both combined. A fantastic idea that we have that we would love to do is something like business insights. We hear it constantly. Everyone, how do I price my services? What KPIs do I look at to help grow my business? We even have peer groups called ConnectWise Evolve that help drive that type of maturity. Well, what if we could make a customized maturity plan for all of you, no matter how big or small of an MSP you are, no matter how immature to mature you are, we could guide you to success. Because at ConnectWise, we obsess with partner success, and your maturity is a direct correlation to your success. So what could this look like? This could go through our platform and make sure that you're using the products the way they should that would allow you to grow effectively. And we could tailor that plan dynamically to your needs. We could also give you the list of KPIs that you should be watching to help drive that success. We all know you can't get 50 KPIs and look at a dashboard and try to focus on all of them. You need to iteratively move towards maturity. And we can help you with that dynamically with our Evolve group and our product suite. Nobody else in the space can do anything like this because nobody else in the space has that combination of software and services. So as the community evolves and as these peer groups identify new ways to mature, we can bring those to you as a benefit of using the platform and help guide you through that maturity. Follow these KPIs, try and help implement better service practices in these product areas, and when these KPIs hit a certain green threshold, we will upgrade you to the next maturity tier, give you new KPIs, and have new methods of you to mature your teams. Whether it's in service, whether it's finance data, whether it's your sales team, it doesn't matter. It'll be across the whole company. How amazing would that be? And the last thing that I would like to bring up is how important community is. We have great communities out there, one of them being the MSP Geek. And on Friday, you'll see me and 4 of the admins from the Geek talk about how the community helps each other in the pressing issues that are happening around security, around what's going on with the work from home, around how they build upon the platform today to help solve IT problems, and how we share that as a community and mature each other. Please join us on Friday when we go through that. It is very meaningful content that will help create innovative ways for you to leverage the platform to help your services for your clients, especially in these trying times of COVID-19. And with that, now that you know our strategy of moving towards this unified platform, moving towards a platform that helps serve you, I would like to introduce Carl to help you understand where are we today with those platform initiatives and what we're doing going forward.
Thanks, Brett. I'm Carl Resnick, and I'm responsible for ConnectWise Command. I first joined Continuum, now ConnectWise, about 5.5 years ago. And since then, I've been here focused on product management, different aspects of it. And I'm going to start off by talking about what was really Continuum was known for that's now fully infused into ConnectWise, and that's our services-based model. So we have a NOC, a help desk, and a SOC. So that NOC, or Network Operations Center, that's a 24/7, 365 operation with a huge number of techs with all kinds of certifications in not only things like different Microsoft technologies, but specific applications that are used to support you. The NOC supports both command and recover, and it does both reactive maintenance in response to problems that command finds on your machines, or recover finds on your machines for that matter, as well as proactive maintenance upon your request. We also have the help desk. The help desk faces your clients and essentially allows us to service your clients on your behalf, so that client end users, they can call the help desk, they can chat the help desk, they can email the help desk. And the help desk responds essentially on a plan that makes sense for you and the client. So that can be business hours during the normal workday. That can be an extended day. So, hey, early in the morning till into the evening, or it can be 24 hours, all depending on your needs. And both the NOC and the help desk, essentially, you can choose to have different service levels for different sites, locations, or clients. So you can tailor the services to your client's needs. And in addition, of course, we have the SOC, the Security Operations Center, and that supports our Fortified product line, which you'll be hearing more about tomorrow. Now, in addition, with the NOC and the help desk, you can take advantage of really some service-based, I'll say, services that add on to the basics here. So the first is we have project-based support of you. We have either fixed scope, fixed price projects from predefined lists, or we have custom projects through our Tech Advantage program. And in addition, we can offer you a dedicated tech. This is a tech who, while ConnectWise handles their administration, they act as a member of your team, and they work on what you want them to work on. So it's a great program. All of these things provide you, the partner, with more flexibility. So we've taken a lot of this service-based basis, really, that we've had in our products, and we've infused it in ConnectWise Command. So we have IntelliMon, automated patching, accessible automation, PSA integrations, bundled endpoint protection, and more, of course, in ConnectWise Command, which is a full-featured RMM tool. And it's backed with service. So with ConnectWise Command, you can choose the power of the NOC for the sites that need it, or the power of the help desk for the sites that need it. And in addition, you get these great features. So what is Intellimon? Intellimon is an artificial intelligence-based monitoring system. It's based on the hundreds of thousands of servers that we monitor. And then we've taken that knowledge to really build over 2,500 alerts that just work right out of the box. You deploy command, and Intellimon starts working for you. And it starts working in a way where it will find problems you weren't aware of, and it does so without false positives. In addition, it recognizes the type of server it's installed on, and so, hey, if it's on a SQL server, it'll give you specific SQL alerts. On top of that, we have automated patching, both OS and third-party patching. And with the OS patching, again, we're taking advantage of the power of the NOC. The NOC tests all patches before they're released. And if those patches have problems, we won't release them to you. If they have minor problems, we'll tell you about them, so you know what you're going to get with those patches. And we support both Microsoft and Apple, or Macs, really. In addition, we have accessible automation, where we install and update the most common third-party applications on your endpoints for you. We have features such as dynamic device groups, which are groups of machines based on attributes you specify, say the software installed on them, that update in essentially real time. So machines will enter or leave a group in real time. And you can do some nifty automation taking advantage of that, because you can trigger tasks based on things entering or leaving a group, for example. And so on top of that, we have tasks. Tasks are automation, either predefined automation the NOC has built or the help desk has built, and we've packaged in with command. I'll talk more about that in a second. Or automation you've built, PowerShell scripts or Bash scripts, that you can run against the endpoints. In terms of what we package in with command, we've packaged in the top 10 scripts or tasks really used by our help desk. And those solve 22% of help desk incidents. In addition, we have full-featured integrations with the top PSAs that you use, most prominently among them, of course, Manage. And finally, we have bundled endpoint protection with great partners like Webroot. So now I'm going to shift gears a little bit, and I'm going to talk about how we're making, here at ConnectWise, the life of our product champion, the engineer or the tech, better. Yes, the person who actually gets the job done day after day, and at times night after night, or sometimes even in the middle of their vacation. And with a lot of these great features and now services, hopefully you'll get that time off so you don't have to be called in the middle of your vacation. So I'm going to focus here on the tech and talk about what we're doing for you across the range of ConnectWise products in the near term. And I'll start with command, and we'll also touch on Breakage and a number of other great ConnectWise products. So now you're saying, hey, this isn't command, this is Manage. You're right, it is Manage. But we have some great integrations with Manage, right? We integrate tickets, of course. We integrate assets. But then within those tickets, like the one you see here, right, we've built links to command. So all I have to do is click, and it will pull up the specific device referenced in that ticket that you as the tech might have to be working on. So you can go directly to that device in command, and you can remote into it. You can run automation against it. You can see its status. In this case, it happens to be offline. But hey, it's right there for you to do whatever you need to do. Now this is command. And this is the devices page in command. And that's why you can see here, hey, a list of endpoints, right? Both servers and desktops. You can see what the status of these machines is, who's logged into them, when they were last restarted, et cetera, et cetera. So one of the great things we're doing now that we're part of the ConnectWise family is building integrations to other great ConnectWise products like ConnectWise Control, the premier remote access product in the marketplace. So with ConnectWise Control, which will become available, this integration, over the next several months, coming soon. Here it is, it's up and running. It's actually available and in the hands of our early access partners now. So I can go and remote access directly into this endpoint using Control. I just click, a few seconds pass, and I'm in the endpoint. And hey, I can see it's a Windows 7 PC that is out of support. That's why it's a test machine. But hey, now in the endpoint, I can do whatever I need to do here, right? And I can take advantage of a lot of the great features, right, of Control. So I can select the monitors, I can share desktops, I can zoom in, et cetera, right? I'm in the machine. So that's the first thing we've built. The other thing we've built, and it's also available to our early access partners, is Control Backstage. So Control Backstage essentially allows you to access the machine without the user knowing it. So I just click, few seconds pass, and again, I'm logged into the machine, but in this case, the user doesn't know I'm logged into the machine. So I can perform maintenance tasks on this machine without disturbing the user. So here I have a command window. I can type commands and do what I need to do to service the machine. And again, I can take advantage, right, of the great abilities of Control in servicing those machines. One of the cool things Control has is the toolbox, where you can have things you want to run against those endpoints available to you, such as this exe here, which actually deploys the control agent in this case. You can do neat things. So if you're interested in Control, want to learn more about it, by all means, stop by the Control virtual booth. Another great thing we've done is build an integration with BrightGauge. BrightGauge is the premier business intelligence application that's part now of the ConnectWise family. And it'll be available from command for reporting and dashboards. And we're building a set of reports that will be available to you as a command user. So this is actually a test, you can see, it says so right here, of our executive report, which is the report you're going to show your end clients. So this report really is intended to showcase the state of your client's infrastructure and the great job you're doing for them, of course. Or if there's problems, how your client can work with you to overcome those problems. And so we have things like, hey, how are all your desktops doing? How are all your servers doing? You know, how many are there? Are there machines that are out of warranty? What machines are the warranty is expiring on, et cetera, all kinds of information. And because it's bright gauge, I can go not only look at the report, I can look at the way the report is built here. And I can see all the different gauges, as they're called, available in it. And so the other great thing I can do, of course, is, hey, I could modify those gauges because maybe I want to have a different criteria in here. So, and because you get directly into bright gauge, you can do that kind of thing. Here you are. You can see the data over here. You can see the gauge as it is here. And there's things, right, you can do. You can see what the measure is. You can filter it, et cetera, et cetera. So there's a lot of incredible capabilities that bright gauge has that are really all available to you now. If you're interested in learning about bright gauge, visit the bright gauge booth. It's a great solution. And of course, there's more we're doing with Command. We're really building in some do-it-yourself type features now that we're part of the ConnectWise family. Things like service-based monitors, or what in Command we call partner-defined alerts. And things like policies are coming in to Command over the next several months again. So that's some great stuff to be excited about. And we're not done yet, of course, with Command. There will be more coming, but we like to tell you about the stuff that you're going to really get your hands on soon. Now let's turn the page to Automate. Automate is the premier do-it-yourself RMM application in the industry. So 2019 with Automate was Year of the Tech. It was really about bringing the web client, right, the web UI to the tech to increase the tech's productivity. Well, 2020, on the other hand, is the year of the admin. So this year, we're bringing the power again of the web to the admin. Things like maintenance mode, right? Where, hey, you're working on a server, so you want to suspend the monitoring, right? You want to turn off the automation from your ConnectWise scripts while you're doing maintenance. That's now available in the web UI. Why the web UI? Because we want to deliver what we've delivered now for the tech to the admin. And that's the performance of the web UI and the ability to work where you want to work. Where we've released script schedules now. So you can view and schedule scripts from within the web control center. We've released the SSO desktop client. So you can log in to both the web and the desktop with the same SSO credentials, making it easier to create centralized SSO authentication across all your Automate logins. And of course, user management. Obviously, maintaining and managing users is important. Now it's available in the web control center to create and maintain those Automate users. And as of 2020.7, those users can be linked to the ConnectWise SSO account. So that's the stuff that's already delivered. The stuff that we're about to deliver is things like, hey, from within the web control center, I'm going to be able to view groups and group members. I'm going to be able to do patch approval if you're an admin from within the web control center. And I'll be able to set up contact MFA so that contacts using Automate for remote workforce access can be challenged with MFA before they can access that machine. And not only can you, of course, visit the Automate virtual booth, but we actually also have chat channels set up for each product. And there you can chat with other partners using the product or members of our product team. Next, I'd like to talk to you about IT Boost. IT Boost is, of course, ConnectWise's IT documentation system. And it joined the ConnectWise family about the same time I did. So why is IT Boost such a great tool for you? It integrates disparate platforms and systems to provide a single pane of glass experience to accelerate service delivery outcomes. Provides visibility to the right data at the right time in order to increase system and service availability and simplify service delivery. It automates the collection of data in clients' environments through automatically discovering assets. And it's going to become the marketplace where partners like you share and consume knowledge, SOPs, and best practices for both internal and external use. So our vision is to have IT Boost be the premier knowledge management system in the industry, and we're well on our path to achieving that. Right now, we're focused on ensuring IT Boost delivers the right performance and scalability for partners like you. And again, want to learn more? You can visit the IT Boost virtual booth or chat in the IT Boost chat channel. Next, I'd like to introduce April Taylor.
Thank you, Carl. My name is April Taylor. I'm the Vice President of Manage. I've been at ConnectWise about 14 years now. I started off on the implementation and consulting team. I moved over to sales, and I've been on the product team for about 8 years now, really having the opportunity to work with a lot of you to learn the business challenges you have and where you want to take your business, and helping the product team solve those business challenges that you have in very creative ways and helping you be awesome. What Carl talked about was on the product champion side, which was really great, and having an understanding of what we're working on there. Now, I want to shift gears and talk a bit about the owner. And the big thing I'm going to talk about is getting paid, right? And helping you get paid as fast as possible. Now, there's two key areas that I really want to talk about. One is accuracy and clarity of your quotes and invoices, which is really important, and then the automation of the entire process. Now, when we talk about accuracy and clarity, I know I've talked to a lot of you about this, and when invoices are not clear and you send it off to your client, you can spend a lot of time going back and forth answering questions from them because they just don't understand the invoice itself, which is a lot of time for you and a lot of time for the client, which is just adding to the time that it's going to take for you to get paid. Now, we're also going to talk about that, but we're also going to talk about what we're doing to help ensure you have accurate quotes. So thinking about the very beginning of that process, where if we can help the quote be accurate and have that information flow all the way through, it's really going to help you have more accurate invoices as well and make them more clear along the way. The second thing we're going to talk about is how can we help automate the process. Now, I know all of you are busy and you want to make sure that you're focusing on the most important things that really need all of your attention. And what we're helping to create is a standard process around your quotes with multi-level approvals. And what that means is we're really helping you to create various rules throughout the quoting process and those thresholds along the way. So if those thresholds are exceeded, you get notified then that there's something that you need to actually review. And Sel has done a really great job around that. Also around the invoicing side is that automation piece, right? And we want to help you get paid as fast as possible and build an amazing invoice experience along the way for your clients. Just some perspective around this is there was a TEI Forrester survey that was done, and about 90% of manual invoice processing costs really come from the labor side. So on average, the cost to prepare just a single invoice can be as high as $11. So if you think about that, if you send out about 1,000 invoices a month, that could be about $138,000 a year that's getting spent on just manually processing invoices. And that's something that we want to really help you improve and reduce along the way. So let's take a look at what we're doing to help with that. All right, I'm going to take the hat of the salesperson, and I'm going into one of my quotes, and I'm going to make a few changes. I'm going to override and discount some of the hardware, the managed services, and then I'm going to make an update to the terms and conditions. So you can see that I'm going in, I'm making the change, I'm reducing that, giving them a little bit of a better deal, and then I'm going to go over to the terms and conditions as well and change that from 30 days to 45 days. Now what's cool is when you look at this, what's going to happen now is when I try to move forward, it's going to stop me. And you can see the indicators also in the upper right corner as well, letting me know that. So when I try to move forward now, I could see here's all of those thresholds that were already set in place for me, and I could start to review them here. And you know what? Being that that is up to a 30% margin or less, I'm going to make some changes here before it actually goes in for approval. So really quick, I had good visibility to see everything that I'd made changes on, and then I can go back in here and then just make the appropriate update, which would actually not trigger an additional approval step. So what we see here is I have those two now on the service and then the terms and condition change. So right from here, I just put in a note as to why I'm making those updates. And what's really nice about this now is just by hitting request, it's going to actually automatically notify the approver that they need to actually log in and look at these changes along the way. And it actually locks down the quote, like what you see here, so I cannot move this forward even if I wanted to without getting those approvals first. All right, so the first one was that term and condition change, which looked pretty good. But the next one is now kind of looking in and saying, okay, well, what change did we actually make? Now, everything's linked, so you can see right from here, it was just one click. I can go in and actually look at that service that we made a change on, or the hardware rather, and see if we were happy with that. Both look good, so I add a note as the approver, and then it's done. So everything's easily approved, and it forced those approvals based on the thresholds that we had set within Cell. So now once it's been approved, I could easily go in and I can move that forward now as a salesperson to publish and deliver and send out that quote. So we've made it pretty easy now to actually get those approvals in place that are needed and making sure that you have the most accurate and up-to-date quotes as possible along the way. All right, and here's that quote as well. And you can see that we have all the right information. So again, a very accurate quote at the very beginning of that process. All right, so now we're going to take the look and say, okay, we've made the quote. Now let's go to the invoice side. And we've done a complete revamp of what that invoice experience looks like. So you can see that we have a time entry and a couple products that came over from that quote that we just looked at right from here. And now we're going to take a look at that brand new invoice. And what you'll see now is there's a new button in the toolbar, which is View Portal Invoice. And when we click on that, what you're going to see now is the invoice looks completely different. We've brought a lot of the key information to the very top, so you can see that we have the total sitting as one of the first things that you actually see on that invoice. We've broken out the sections, so everything's much easier to read. And you can email it out as well. And what's nice is we've revamped all the tokens that you have available for the email invoice as well. So no longer do you have to even attach the PDF. You could actually just give them a link to the brand new portal, which is what we're looking at now. So let's say that I'm now the client. I'm going to look at the invoice in the customer portal, and I can see that same view. It's so much easier to read. I can expand out the sections to get as much detail as you want to provide them. And let's say I had a question on what that time entry was that you see at the bottom. Well, I can click on that. It's actually going to link me directly to that ticket so I can see all of the notes. And what we're really doing is helping to increase clarity of what they're paying for on this invoice. And you have the flexibility to decide how much information that you want to show. And when they're happy, it's just one click right from here, and they could actually pay that invoice. So that covers everything that we wanted to show on how we're helping to improve what the owners have to care about and getting them paid faster. We have some pretty exciting things that are coming even after this as well very soon. Now I'm going to pass it over to Jeff to wrap up the keynote.
Hey, thank you, April, and thanks everyone for attending the Day 2 keynote. I want to remind everyone about the Cybersecurity Solutions keynote hosted by Brian Downey and Jay Ryersey tomorrow, Thursday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. And that today at 5:15 Eastern, Craig Fulton and Corey Lehman will be doing a live leadership interview with the product leadership team and myself. Please come and attend and listen in. And you can find a summary of this keynote and all keynotes at connectwise.com/keynote. I really want to thank everyone for their time and look forward to interacting with you in the chat channel throughout the event. Thank you for attending.